Yes. Hello. Yes, it's me again. Your one and only Brother Tabel Onyeka Davidson Ogbu, um, the founder of Onyeka Ogbu Foundation and the president of Global um, Support Change Campaign to End Poverty and Corruption in Nigeria, and Global Network for Poverty Eradication in Nigeria, Poverty and Corruption Eradication in Nigeria. Yes, I'm reaching you from our stable, our Freedom Liberation Radio, where we address issues that are related to poverty alleviation, poverty reduction, poverty eradication, and the fight against corruption in Nigeria and fight against total societal corruption. We are calling for a change, change in attitudinary the way we do things, for us to be able to produce a positive result. This is the Liberation Series. We are advocating about issues related to the problems of poverty, and possible ways of addressing these concerns, in the life of people who are suffering from poverty. If you look at the statistics from the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, you know that over the years poverty have risen, and as a result of corruption, high level of corruption in government, in the political class, being corrupt, the institutional corruption, which have really eaten the fabric of the society. We need a change of attitude. We need a change of our orientation. We need to reorient the people, because Nigeria is the center of Africa. If we want to eradicate poverty, we need to change the laws. The change have to start from the laws. The change have to start from the hearts of the people. Every Nigerians, every youth, everybody in the country, women and children, I believe that everyone have the same makeup, the same chemical. We are human beings. We need total freedom for everyone. Children, a lot of children, millions of children are suffering from malnutrition. And there are millions of youths that does not have access to work. How do you expect them to earn a living? So this is a straight talk. We are calling on the institutions, the government, to sit up and to put their acts together and try to partner with us. We want to partner with the government. We want to partner with both local, both state and national government, to see that we bring about, the change that the kind of change that we are looking for. So because of this is necessitating the call, for everyone out there, who have these change chemicals in them, change orientation, those who want a total change in Nigeria, those who want Nigeria that will digitalize Nigeria, those who want Nigeria to become the center point of job creation in Africa and the world. We are looking at creating millions of jobs for the youth. Over the years, if you see the problem of poverty and corruption has really have a negative impact in the life of people living in Nigeria. Over 100 million, 120 million people in Nigeria live in absolute poverty, from the UN statistics. the World Bank statistics. In 2005, like I said, we did a research study. In the Niger Delta alone, you have more than 40 million people, 40 million families living in abject poverty. We need a change. We need a change. This is where the resources of this country is being produced. We are not satisfied with giving amnesty to just those who were fighting for amnesty. We want redevelopment in the Niger Delta. We want the government to engage, organizations in this region. Look at what is going on in the Northeast. People in the Niger Delta, need good education. They need schools. We need the youth. You need to revolutionize the youth, because talking about changing the laws, now we are in a global village. We need to have an international kind of, legal system, because a lot of hurdles in how things are being done in Nigeria. The international companies, the oil companies need to give back to the society. We are calling for 13% back to the community that they serve. This is directly impacting in the life of people who are living in those communities. We are not talking about building maternities, these ill-equipped maternities and schools, that are not properly equipped. We are not talking about that. We are talking about building the life of the people, the 40 million people who live there. We want government to engage us. We want this a multinational company to engage the youth organizations in those areas. We want them to engage grassroots organizations in those areas. Provide them grants for them to be able to get off from the ground. We have so many NGOs in these areas, but no funds have been provided. Most of these NGOs, a lot of the leaders of these NGOs are working for their own pockets, because they don't have adequate funds to implement their programs and their plans and their projects. This is a turnaround. We don't care. This is a country that have natural resources. Nigeria is one of the richest oil producing country in the world, but today over 120 million people in this country live in absolute poverty. So we need this trend to change. We are calling on everybody. You have to play your democratic rights. It's a democratic process. I believe in the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Because the people matters. The people is for the service. If you are having a political office, you have to discharge your duties according to the rules and the regulation. Let the leaders show a good example to their subject. The problem we have in Nigeria is misgovernance. Misgovernance and embezzlement, nepotism, where people appoint people within their own family and within the people within their own region. So we want a united Nigeria. We want a Nigeria free from corruption. We want a Nigeria free from poverty as well. We want the government, we want the president to also concentrate on how he can turn around the life of millions of Nigerians. Because what we should be thinking about here is, how do Nigerians have access to food on their table? Look at agriculture. These are areas we can create millions of jobs, especially for the youths and the women. So we want every stakeholder, be the public, the private sector, for everyone, the banks, the multinationals and the billionaires and philanthropists, to see how they can impart. Because you can't say, I am Dangote, I'm a billionaire, billions of millions of Nigerians living in your country, they are all suffering. You say, you are enriching yourself even through this Nigerians make Dangote, because we are the one buying the cement, we are the one buying the spaghetti, what do you call it, the macaronis and the sugars and what have you. You know, Nigeria gave him that right. You know, it's not just a personal thing. You have to think how you can turn around to support organizations like mine. My organization need mobilization to be able to put itself on the ground, and when we put ourselves on the ground, I believe that we'll be able to implement and execute projects that will impact directly into the life of the people, especially in the grassroots. Because who are we talking about? We are talking about the oppressed and those who are suffering. You know, there are many families that are going to bed without food. Many children are dying of hunger and malnutrition. You know, youths are jobless. There are a lot of problems in the society: armed robbery, kidnapping, prostitution. These are attitudinal change that we have to see. Everyone have to play a role. It is not the responsibility of only the president or myself speaking alone. A tree cannot make a forest. We all must join hands. Those power, principalities, whoever they are, I'm calling on them. Free Nigerians, free Africans from slavery. You know, stop selling our people to the white people. Provide necessary solutions to the problems of people. We don't have electricity in Nigeria. Even the government, the current government, is still saying that they are trying. There is not the millions of people still sleep. Many, they don't have money, they don't have electricity to charge their phone. You are saying you are trying. People don't even sleep, they sleep in darkness. You are saying you are trying. So we are calling on the government to double up effort. You know, they have to make sure not the same old system. For you to wipe out corruption, you have to distribute the wealth of Nigerians to Nigerians. You know, let every Nigerian participate in this oil wealth, because we have this oil, but millions of people are still suffering. You know, we have the problem of Boko Haram. Look at the northeast is ravaged. You know, destruction of life and properties. You know, how are we going to the reoriented those displaced internally and those displaced externally, especially in other countries? What are our government doing about this? Is it just to talk about things on television? Let them do things. Provide NAMA is there. Let them provide real assistance to Nigerians who are displaced. Look at the people. Many of them don't have a place. They are sleeping on the street. I was in Abuja the other day. I saw the condition of life, and somebody told me what is happening in Yola in Adamawa State. So we need to really put our hands together as a people. We need to come together for unity. Unity will help us. It will bring peace. Let us support one another. Let us be our brother's keeper. We have no need for division in Nigeria. Be you Hausa, be you Yoruba, be you Igbo, be you Niger Delta. We are one Nigeria. No, let us be together. And as we be together, let us contribute to the development of this nation. There are many forces that are trying to draw this nation backward. Why? Why are you a negative force? Why are you a negative force to this country? Please, if you know that your hand is in anything that is bringing Nigeria down, if you are a custom, you are in the border, Nigerian border with Benin Republic is the highest ground of corruption. The president have to look at that place. That Nigerian border is the how many roadblocks do we have in that border? We have more than 50 roadblocks. You have NDLA, you have this. They are extorting money from people. They have to stop this. Look at the rest countries. When people are coming in, they look at Nigeria have to really buckle up to meet up with the reality of the 21st century. We are talking of technology, because any job you want to create for the youth, you must apply it to the computer system, because these days all jobs are computer related. If you want to create a system, digitalize all the system, we can create job very fast. If we digitalize all our work, we duplicate it, anything someone is doing, another person can do it, and they can make money from it, and earn a legitimate living. My interest is for government to provide a means